Hi, friends. It's Parvati coming to you today with Visionary Veda on November 25th, 2019. In today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about this upcoming new moon that's happening tonight or tomorrow, depending on where you are in the world, as well as the current conjunction in the sky of Jupiter and Venus. In fact, if you look at the sky at sunset time, you'll be able to see the conjunction of both these luminaries. And they're amazing luminaries because they're both gurus or teachers, but very different, teaching very different things. So let's talk about that. But before I move ahead with talking about what's coming up, let's recap a little bit about what's gone on last week. Okay, so in my last video, I spoke about two major events. One of them, which was Mercury retrograde in the sidereal sign of Scorpio, and the other one was Jupiter passing the Gandanta point in Sagittarius, which is literally the place in the sky where the galactic center is located, where, the galactic plane, right? So the galactic center is in the first few degrees of sidereal Sagittarius, the nakshatra of Mula. And from, as many of you may know, Mula means the root. So as Jupiter went over this point in the sky, a lot of karmic things came into fruition. A lot of letting go of wherever this point is indicated in your chart. So it could have been letting go of relationships, letting go of work, letting go of jobs, letting go of family, even letting go of life. So it's still happening, but the most intense part of it is finished. But alongside with that happening, we had Mercury in retrograde in the sidereal sign of Scorpio, which indicated that, which indicated as things were being let go, we had the ability, or Mercury was working towards the ability of unearthing or uprooting or helping us to see with clarity where our psychological beliefs and wounds and unconscious patterns, how it kind of fit in with this letting go. And with this letting go comes a lot of growth, and we're going to see that happening over the next several months. But the Mercury, the good news is that Mercury is out of retrograde and going direct. So now whatever has been unearthed or realized can now be put to use, because now it's become conscious. And hopefully we can see where we've been making our mistakes in the past and move forward. Just doing better and with a changed perception, a changed consciousness, and a changed awareness. So I would love to hear about how these two influences affected you. That's my favorite part of doing these videos and also doing my readings, is to see where and how it's been affecting each and every one of us, because it does affect everybody to a certain degree. And of course, that's going to depend on your chart. So if you're interested in having a reading with me, please feel free to send me a message on my page, and I'd be happy to talk to you more about that. So tonight even, in some places, we are embarking upon a very, very deep and fertile new moon. This new moon is happening in the sidereal sign of Scorpio. And again, I practice Vedic astrology, so it's a little bit different from the Western astrology. But one does not invalidate the other. They're both valid in their own ways. So the Scorpio new moon. Scorpio is a very difficult sign for the moon, and especially when the moon is new. It lacks the ability to reflect light. So a lot of people over the past few weeks that have gone through a lot of growth around this new moon time might be feeling a bit of a dip in their enthusiasm, or might be feeling a little bit tired from all the struggles that they've had to go through in transforming or becoming more conscious about hidden things in their psyches. Now, the moon represents the mind. So when the moon is in Scorpio, it's not at its strongest point because it's like deep in the deep unconscious. So right now is not really the time to, let's say, be gentle. It's the time to be gentle on yourself. It's not really the time to be very hard on yourself. We tend to be hard on ourselves when the mind is dark. We tend to feel, a little bit less hope, a little bit more confusion, maybe a little bit more sadness. That's going to pass in the next few days. And by Thursday, the moon is going to start to wax in its light. So then we're going to have a clearer notion of how to process, because a lot has changed in a lot of people's lives. And, everything takes its time. While we welcome the new, we also have to, make our peace with the old. So, this new moon and the few days following it, when the moon is pretty dark, it's a good time to, journal or process or talk to friends or talk to therapists, do some research, and don't be too hard on yourself. Because for everybody, this planetary time period there's a lot of potential for growth. But with growth also comes letting go, right? So just know that these feelings are natural. The moon's ability to reflect and understand is sort of weak at the moment. So just be gentle on yourself and allow the process to unfold. All right. The second thing that's happening in the sky right now, which is very, very strong and should be affecting everybody as well on some level, is the conjunction of sidereal Sagittarius of Jupiter and Venus. Now, both of these luminaries are considered in Vedic astrology as gurus, or teachers of the highest divine type. Jupiter is the teacher of higher philosophies, knowledge, spiritual understanding, and Jupiter is what's been giving people incredible glimpses of illumination, insights, positivity, inspiration over the past few weeks too. A lot of people have been really seeing the light clearly. So you would think when Venus would join Jupiter, with two benefics, it would just add to the the excitement or the glamour or the anticipation of these new realizations. But in actuality, in Vedic astrology, Venus is a very different guru than Jupiter. Venus is the material guru. So the material and the spiritual gurus together. A lot of people might be feeling conflicted inside. Maybe, they want to, let's say it's the holidays, they want to go shopping, they want to get, something new, but yet their higher ideals are not in line with that. And the higher ideals are why don't you make something? Why don't you recycle something? Why don't you reuse something instead of spending your money to buy something? But yet the Venus part of you wants to indulge. So there could be a clash of principles happening for you. And it's only for the next few days or so. Venus is going to stay in sidereal Sagittarius until about the 15th of December. So there could also be there could be disappointments in relationships because Venus is the sign of relationships. There could be disappointment in one's own ideals. Maybe one can be being very critical of one's relationships because they are comparing reality to their ideals, and maybe reality is not matching their ideals. So just know that this is happening, and it's going to continue to happen because later on in the month of December, we're going to actually have a stellium in the sign of Sagittarius. So there's a lot of energy in that sign right now. And again, check your Vedic sidereal sign. Don't go by your Western sign. And if you need any help with that, you can reach out to me, and I'd be happy to go over and have a look at your chart with you. Another thing to keep in mind in Sagittarius is that not only do we have Jupiter and Venus, but we also have Saturn, which has been in that sign since like a long time, 2.5 years. It's about to move out of that sign and into Capricorn in the next couple of months. But Saturn and Pluto have been sitting in the sidereal sign of Sagittarius for quite some time now. And so, it's really important to, if new things are coming to you and they're flashy and they're beautiful, or new relationships or new ideals, philosophies, teachers are coming to you, to choose wisely. If it's a course you want to take, if it's something you want to enroll into, if it's somebody that you are ready to get serious with, because Saturn being in that sign means that whatever you choose is going to have a lasting effect. And also with Pluto there, it can be very transformational. So just be prepared. Just know that right now, maybe you're not in the best position to make any kind of concrete decisions. Take it in, observe, check it with how you're feeling, check it with what are these newfound ideologies? Are they even realistic? And move ahead slowly and with caution. I really love hearing from you guys, and thank you so much for the people who have taken the time to write to me and give me their input as to what's been happening in their experience with these planetary transits. I hope that's been helpful to you. I will be making another video coming up regarding this big stellium that's happening on December 25th in the sign of Sagittarius. But in the meantime, I hope that you guys have a great week ahead. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing from you as always. All right, that's it for today. Have a great night, have a great week, and take care. Happy new moon and happy Thanksgiving to those in the States. All right, take care now. Bye.